I took a job babysitting a boy named Micah. The parents promised $700, one night, no frills. Just keep him safe until sunrise, the mother had said over the phone. Then added, almost like a joke, don't let him leave the property, no matter what. She didn't laugh. Neither did I. It was in the mountains, steep, winding roads with zero cell signal and thick pine forests on either side. I hadn't seen another car for 20 minutes by the time I reached the gate. Modern estate, high-end security, white gravel, the kind of place that whispered old money. No lights on inside, no voices, just a strange stillness, like the house was holding its breath. I knocked, no answer. Then, from inside movement. The door clicked open on its own, just a crack. And then I saw him, sitting perfectly still at the kitchen island. A small boy, maybe 6 or 7, scribbling on a napkin with a black crayon. His hands moved like they were drawing something he couldn't quite see. The parents were nowhere in sight, just a folded paper resting on the counter and a bowl of uneaten cereal starting to congeal. He didn't look up. I cleared my throat. Hey, Micah, still scribbling. Then softly, you should read the rules now. 1. Micah must never leave the property. No exceptions. If he tries to leave, stop him. If he begs, especially if he begs, do not listen. 2. If he says they're watching, immediately close all curtains, shut off all lights, and do not speak until he tells you it's safe. 3. Feed him at 7:30 p.m. sharp, not earlier, not later. If you miss it by more than 5 minutes, skip the meal entirely. 4. If Micah stops eating mid-meal, leave the room. Do not touch the food. Do not speak. Return when he calls you back. 5. Micah may ask about his sister. You must not speak of her. She is gone. He does not know that. Let him forget. 6. If the power goes out, stay still. Cover your ears. Something uses the sound to find you. 7. At 12:13 a.m., if you hear footsteps above you, take Micah to the guest bathroom. Lock the door. Do not open it. Not even if someone says they're his mother. 8. If Micah begins to hum back. If you don't, he will forget who you are. If he forgets you, it remembers. 9. At 3:33 a.m., someone may knock at the back door. Do not answer. Do not speak. Do not even acknowledge it. 10. At sunrise, be outside in the driveway with Micah. If he resists, he isn't Micah. Leave him behind. When I finished reading, I looked up. Micah was gone. I found him staring out the living room window. They're watching again, he whispered. I dropped the paper and rushed to close every curtain, every light switch. The moment the last one flipped off, the house fell into perfect silence. Then I heard the scraping, not on the windows, not on the door, inside, in the walls. Micah didn't blink, didn't breathe. He raised a single finger to his lips and whispered, "Shh." The noise stopped 5 minutes later, like someone had just stood up and walked away. Then Micah smiled. They don't like it when people look. I double-checked the oven clock. 7:28 p.m. I placed a plate in front of him at 7:30 sharp. He took one bite, then another. Then he froze. His body stiffened like he was about to scream, but his mouth stayed shut, eyes wide. He stared at the plate, then up at me, then back down. I stepped back and remembered the rule. Leave the room. Do not touch the food. Do not speak. So I did. I stood just beyond the door listening. No sound, not even chewing. Then, "You can come back now." When I stepped inside, the plate was empty, but the food was still steaming. The house went dark at 9:41. No storm, no sound, just a soft click, and then, black. I stood frozen, remembered the rule. Cover your ears. Don't move. I did. and something with wet feet stepped across the tile. It circled me, stopped inches away, and then it sniffed. My arm twitched. It exhaled wet and slow, and then walked away. At 12:05, Micah sat up and whispered, "Do you think she still forgives me?" I almost answered. Then I remembered Rule 5, so I stayed silent. His eyes filled with tears, but they didn't fall. He just looked at me and whispered, "Good." The last one answered. At 12:13 a.m., footsteps started upstairs, rhythmic, heavy. I grabbed Micah and ran to the guest bathroom, locked the door. Then she knocked. "Sweetie, it's Mommy. You can come out now." Micah shook his head, trembling. I didn't respond. She knocked harder, louder, then dragged her nails across the wood. At 12:26, it stopped, knocking 3 times, then 5, then 1. The back door. I didn't move. Micah began humming. I joined. The knocking stopped, but I still heard breathing outside the window. At 6:01 a.m., I stood in the driveway with Micah. The trees were still. Sky pale orange. He held my hand, squeezed once. "Can we go now?" I looked down. He had no shadow. Just then another voice came from behind me. "Wait, don't leave me." I turned. The real Micah was stumbling out of the house, dirty, crying. "That's not me, don't go." I let go of the other one's hand. It didn't resist. It just smiled and walked back inside. The sun crested the hill. Micah and I never looked back. I haven't babysat since. But every few weeks, I get a call at 3:33 a.m. No voice, just breathing, like something's still waiting for me to break the rules.